Wow, that's difficult.
It's heavy, right?
It is difficult. It's difficult. Come on, you got me there. I mean, I would pick both of them. I don't know how to
No,
say.
pick one.
Oh,
Hello, Sunny sir. How are you?
great, great.
Welcome to London. How's it going so far?
Oh, going great. I've been doing quite a few interviews and I'm enjoying them because that's what I've come here for, to interact and interact with the people because of my film, the way they've loved it and they lapped it. And I just felt like coming over here and interacting with them.
So I have to tell you something. I was on my summer vacation until 3 a.m. last night. So I haven't been able to watch the film, but I've read all the reviews because that was my homework because I was like, I don't have time to actually watch it. Have you read any reviews so far?
Not really, not really. I don't go much reading anything because to me, my reviews, my public and how they're enjoying it and they're liking it, and I can see that because that's what we make films for the public, basically, for the people.
Do you follow box office collections at all?
No, not really, but right now it's been thrown around everywhere. That even if you don't want to, it's there in your face.
Yeah.
And it's looking good because the numbers are going up and up, and I feel so happy. And I mean, what can I say? I'm just on top of the world.
That's amazing. I have to share one more thing. So there's a screenwriter by the name Anirudh Guha, and he posted something along the lines of Shah Rukh Khan had the highest grosser this year. Karan Johar brought families together back to theaters, and now Sunny Deol's film is creating fire at the box office. I feel like we're in a time machine. Do you feel like you're in a time machine?
Well,
I think you put it really well.
to me, it's time is clicking all the time, and time moves fast, and you just have to go along with it. Yeah, this film, which is doing wonders, and it's bringing people out, and they're celebrating. It's just a big festival going on.
It is a festival, right? It feels like that. But does it bring back any memories from the first time Gadar's release? Is it different this time around?
Oh, it was the same that time as well, but the generation now wouldn't have any idea what it was, so they can see what's happening, and this is how it was that time as well. It has been a film which has been appreciated by the people, and it's a film for the people, and they're loving it. And again, the Gadar 2, they have taken it up the same way, nothing less, and thank you very much.
So whose idea was it to do the sequel?
Well, obviously, my director and the writer, director always wanted to do part 2, but we were not coming across with anything, and I didn't want to touch it because that was such a beautiful film. So it took so many years, and COVID obviously was a bad period, but that was a period when they came up with the idea and they worked on it, and it turned out to be what we are seeing right now.
When you saw the script for the first time, what were your reactions initially?
Nothing. I'm not a person who reads scripts and all those things. I've never read scripts. I just hear an idea, and then I hear the subject, and the director narrates it to me, and that's it. I'm completely happy with all that because that's what we're trying to put across.
I do want to talk about something serious, which is related to Gadar, but on a serious note. So when the trailer first came out, my peers and I, obviously, we watched it, and something that stood out for us was the dialogue about Pakistan, the state of Pakistan, and if given the opportunity, people of Pakistan would migrate back to India. And all of us thought that was a bit aggressive when you were actually making it. Did you have any thoughts about how it could actually cause polarizing views, since it is a very sensitive subject?
See, Gadar 1 itself was a very sensitive film, so it's the same family going along into the time of 1971. So it is not somebody who's trying to do something or be sensitive or insensitive to the people anywhere, and that's not what you're trying to do. Basically, it's always good, evil, good, evil, good, evil. That's it. It has nothing to do with religion or caste or anything. It's a human being, which is basically who's good and who's evil. It's not. It doesn't represent everybody, the whole community with it. So it's wrongly the way people pick it up and they make things out of it, because that's what everybody wants. They want something quick to fire something out over there, to provoke people out over there, to ignite something out over there, and that's not what it is. So I'm sure when you see the whole film, you'll realize it's not that at all. I'm not a believer of trying to do any of these things, because we are actors. We are for everyone, for every community, every religion, anywhere, all the countries. We are just representing as an actor, an art, a character out over there. We're not trying to say this is what reality is. My characters always portrayed things which are equally balanced, and because that's what we are, basically. We have nothing against anyone. We're all from the same soil, and it's just the political things which create all these things, and everybody knows that. So one should never take anything so seriously, and take it as a film which is like a fairy tale, and we're enjoying it, and love one another. And I just want there to be only peace and nothing else.
Thank you for saying that. And I think what you said is also something that we should probably take note of as well, right? People take things too seriously nowadays. The reason why my peers and I thought that it might have been a bit aggressive is because we were comparing it to Gadar 1, and there was one sentiment which touched us all, was Hindustan Zindabad, Pakistan bhi Zindabad, which is why this dialogue, we were like taken aback by it. We're like, is it gonna come around to something more positive or not? But I guess once we watch the film,
once you see the whole film, you'll understand it's nothing of that sort.
It's nothing of that sort. Speaking of your characters in general, moving a little bit away from Gadar, you've always played characters with a very strong moral compass. Why is that?
That's what. That's what how I reflect life. That's what I see, and that's the way I feel one should be, because it has to be morals. Because immorality is very easily picked up, and everybody wants shortcuts of life, and they want basically just to make money. And morality is where you have to really go with the discipline and go with the way where whatever you deserve you'll get, rather than you snatch and take things away from people,
But then what about exploring yourself as an actor? Do you think you would ever want to explore like characters of darker shades or something like that?
It's nothing trying to explore myself as a darker shade or not the shade. It is basically getting a character which has got a justification. Even if he's dark, okay, I'm dark. So then stick to being dark. Then don't try to give something else. And then portray that thing to the point so we can understand a person, why is he dark? Rather than just simply superficially touch it and go away.
Like just a villain. And
Go deeper. Let us understand why is that person dark. Like that film which was there. I forgot the name of it.
Do you remember what was it? Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, right?
Okay.
His film where he has to go down. He's going to be executed. What's that? Dead Man Walking. He portrayed the character what he was, and that's what it is. He did not shy off from that. So you need deep-rooted characters where you can give justice to that character. It's not to the society, but it's a justice to why that character is like that.
Like a holistic character, basically.
Yeah.
So would you be open to playing something like that?
I'm open to playing anything, because as an actor, I just need, you need to get this, the idea come to you, and you need the story which supports that character, and then you go ahead and do it.
I want to move away from the serious conversations and keep it light a little bit. We're going to do a lightning round, if you will. And because this is Popcorn Pixel, it's going to be a fiery popcorn round. So just be fiery and be quick. You will be fine. Tika, ready? Okay, if you have to pick one, which would you pick? Gadar or Border?
Wow, that's difficult.
It's heavy, right?
It is difficult. It's difficult. Come on, you got me there. I would pick both of them. I don't know how to say.
Pick one.
I would pick Gadar because it's universal.
Fine, Tika, I'll give you that one. Okay, another film that you would love to make a sequel of?
There are so many of them which the characters have been so nice and interesting. Right now I can just think of the character of Damini.
Good one. How many times do you think you said Jite in Gadar 2?
Wow. I forget. I didn't keep account of that.
If you have to guesstimate, how many times do you think you said it? Because that's a conversation going on online, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 times.
I think it's more. Yeah. Acting or direction?
I think acting is something which is more beautiful. Direction is a complete thing, but it's a mega task.
Dillagi is one of my favorite films growing up, by the way.
I know. I love doing that film. That film started off just like that. I told my dad, I want to direct. Do you think I can? He said, yes, if you will, go ahead. And that's all I needed. And I just became a director without knowing much about direction.
Yeah. It turned out okay.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well.
One work of yours that you're really, really proud of as your legacy?
I'm proud of. I'm proud of all what I've been doing, because I think Border has been one of the films which I would say, because wherever I go, and I've been going a lot to the armed forces everywhere, and they loved that portrayal of my character, and the kind of love and affection they give me whenever and wherever I go. I just feel that I'm part of them, and they're part of me.
Before I let you go, one last question. What is next on your plate?
I have not actually definitely thought of what would be next on my plate. There are a lot of choices out there. I just want to be very careful. I've just got another chance to make cinema what I want to, because earlier on it was getting difficult. Like after that Gadar, my struggle started, I always say, and this Gadar has again opened it out for me now.
Yeah.
So I can choose and pick what I want to do, and I hope I pick up some sensible thing which the people wanted on the big screen, because that's what needs to be ignited over and over again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I am really looking forward to seeing you back on the big screen. I do want to mention one thing. Last year, I interviewed Bobby Deol, and today I'm sitting here interviewing you. I'm living my 90s dream. So thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much.